So, the individual report itself will ask you to carry out a critical reflective evaluation of a leader within an existing organization. In so doing, you are expected to identify a leader within an existing organization. In particular, you will be expected to utilize a range of relevant leadership theories to justify this person as a leader and their appropriateness to lead their organization. The selected leadership model should be critically analyzed and applied to the chosen leader. Your task is to prepare an evaluation of the leadership of the individual. The chosen leader can come from any sector, example, politics, business, sports, religion, education, and so on. In writing your report, you are expected to utilize leadership theories and models in your assessment of the leader. Theories such as traits, behavior, skills, contingency, entrepreneurial, etc. may be used in your evaluation. So let's look more closely at the nature of leadership. Leadership has become a buzzword in business and has been defined and conceptualized in a variety of ways. But what does leadership really mean? And how has it been viewed over time? Leadership is a characteristic of all human groups. In the military, we have a leader. In religion, we have leaders. In nations, we have leaders. And in businesses, we have leaders. Leaders are sought in every sphere of human life. Leadership is a phenomenon observed in all organized human groups. However, research has shown that it is one of the least understood phenomena on Earth. The number of published research studies in the field of leadership is vast and spans several decades. Nevertheless, despite such a large body of scholarship, leadership still remains an elusive concept. If you were asked to provide examples of a good leader, who would you name? There are many examples that you could provide. Examples range from the field of individuals like Jeff Bezos, to political leaders like Barack Obama. There is no wrong answer, and the examples provided are subjective and portray your personal views about leadership. To date, there is no precise definition of the term leadership. There are almost as many different definitions of leadership as there are people who are attempting to define the concept. This is evident given the large volume of publications and studies relating to the domain of leadership. Researchers have proposed varying concepts of leadership and have investigated it by using different phenomena that suited them. This is not surprising because although leadership is a universal phenomenon, it remains complex. Alverson and Fenningson in 2003 argued that a universally accepted definition for leadership is practically impossible and will hinder new ideas and creative ways of thinking. Some of the different ways in which leadership has been defined over the past 70 years with reference to conceptual underpinning can be seen here. Robbins in 1998 states that leadership is the ability to influence a group towards the achievement of goals. However, Gardner in 1990 proposes that leadership is the process of persuasion or example by which an individual or leadership team induces a group to pursue objectives held by the leader or shared by the leader and his or her follower. Barker in 2001, on the other hand, suggests that leadership is a process of transformative change where the ethics of individuals are integrated into the mores of a community as a means of evolutionary social development. And Lucia and Archer in 2001 say that leadership is the influencing process of leaders and followers to achieve organizational objectives through change. Nothouse in 2010 takes the view that leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. Whereas Euclid in 2010 believes that leadership is a process of influencing others to understand and agree about what needs to be done and how to do it, and the process of facilitating individual and collective efforts to accomplish shared objectives. Richards and Engel in 1986 take the position that leadership is about articulating vision, embodying values, and creating the environment within which things can be accomplished, while Katz and Kahn in 1978 state that leadership is the influential increment over and above mechanical compliance with the routine directives of the organization. Now, the definitions listed above demonstrates how the perception of leadership has evolved from it being viewed as an ability or behavior to being viewed as a process of influence. For most definitions, influence remains a common view. Personally, I believe that leadership is influence, Effective leaders are individuals that are able to influence others to achieve a common goal. If you're not able to influence people, then you cannot lead them. So based on what we have discussed, I would like you to provide your definition of leadership. What does leadership mean to you? Now, in the answer to this question, I'm sure that many definitions would have emerged. However, there is no wrong answer. Similar to the examples that earlier provided about the examples of leaders, this is a very subjective process. The concept of leadership, and its different definitions have been examined. Leadership is intuitively appealing, hence numerous definitions have been proposed by scholars. However, despite such a large body of scholarship, leadership still remains an elusive concept. Scholars argue that a universal acceptable definition for leadership is practically impossible and will hinder new ideas and creative ways of thinking. So such definitions have led to different schools and theories on leadership, which will be examined later.